Most men underestimate how much respect they could gain instantly just by changing how they dress. You can be strong, smart, or ambitious. But if you walk around looking like you just rolled out of bed, no one cares. You're invisible. People ignore you, talk over you, and treat you like you don't matter. But the second you start using that style like a weapon, everything shifts. You get better treatment, people listen when you talk, and more importantly, you start feeling like a man worth listening to. That's not about being fashionable. That's about owning your lane and walking through the world with intent. If you're tired of being overlooked and you're ready to start commanding respect the second you enter any room, join my private coaching program. Inside, I'll show you how to master masculine style, and I'll build you into the kind of man people take seriously from the first glance. Click the first link in the description and level up. Now let's get into how to use your style as a shortcut to real world respect. Starting today. Point 1. Style is the fastest way to signal authority without saying anything. In a world full of noise, your appearance speaks before you ever have to open your mouth. And here's the truth. People respect what they recognize as high standard. When you dress with intent, clean lines, proper fit, masculine pieces, you send a message. I'm a man who handles himself. That message triggers an instinctual response. People become more polite. They defer more often. They assume you're competent before you prove it. Think about this. How often have you seen a man walk into a room who's dressed sharp, confident posture, focused expression, and everyone just felt like he's someone that they should take seriously? That's not a fluke. That's power of visual authority. You don't have to wear a suit every day. That's not what I'm saying. You just have to dress in a way that signals order, strength, and discipline. If your outfit looks like you put thought into it, people believe that you put thought into other areas of your life as well. Your money, your health, your relationships, your leadership. Respect doesn't happen by accident. It's earned or demanded. And your style can do both. People look at you and decide in seconds whether you're a man to follow or a man to ignore. Your clothes is your first shot to get that decision to land in your favor. So use it. Style separates you from the average man. Let's be real. Most men have stopped trying for probably 10, 20, 30, or 40 years. They wear gym shorts everywhere, skip grooming, and buy oversized clothing because it's comfortable. They accepted average, and the world treats them like it. That's your advantage. Because the second you dress with purpose, you stand out. People notice. You get complimented. You get remembered. You walk into the same room as everyone else, but you're treated completely different because you look different. And that difference gets you access. Here's what most men don't understand. Respect isn't always about what you've achieved. It's about how you show up. And if you consistently show up looking like you've got your life together, people naturally assume that you do. Style becomes a silent separator. Without saying anything, you've already shown that you hold yourself to a higher standard. And high standard demands high respect. Men will start talking to you differently. Women will see you as more put together and dominant. Older people will treat you with more reverence. That's because you've stepped above the visual noise of the average man, and people recognize it immediately. This isn't about being flashy or loud. This is about being intentional. It's about rejecting mediocrity in how you look and getting rewarded for it in how you're treated. You don't need to be a rich man to look like a man of value. You need awareness, consistency, and the discipline to hold your visual standard. That alone puts you ahead of 90% of other men. Point 3. Your style sets boundaries without having to say a word. Most men struggle with being ignored, disrespected, or interrupted, and often it's not because of what they say. It's because of how they don't communicate through their appearance. When you dress well, you communicate a subtle but powerful boundary. I don't tolerate being treated like I don't matter. You walk differently. You hold yourself with more posture, and people pick up on that. Your style creates a shield that most won't cross. It stops people from getting too casual, too condescending, or too familiar. It tells them this man expects order. This man expects results. This man expects respect. You might not even realize how much of your frustration comes from being visually misread. Dressing like everyone else invites treatment like everyone else. But when your style says leader, man of status, man of discipline. People fall in line, and if they don't, you correct them. It's especially powerful when you're younger or not yet where you want to be in life. You can still demand respect before you hit your goals if you use your appearance to do it. Inside my private coaching program, I'll teach you how to craft a personal style that communicates masculine confidence, authority, and respect from the moment you walk into any room. We don't chase trends. We build the look that fits you and strengthens your real life influence. Hit the first link in the description to get started now. Style is a boundary most men never think to set, but when you do, it speaks for you, even when you're silent. Dressing sharp increases your self-command. You know that feeling when you walk out of the house, dialed in, clean shirt, fitted pants, groomed hair? The way people look at you changes, but so does the way that you look at yourself. That's not some surface level trip. That's a deep shift in how you carry yourself. Dressing well creates structure, and structure builds command. You start walking straighter, talking more clearly, holding your head up higher. The external feedback loop feeds into your mindset, and your confidence builds from there. When you know you look sharp, you stop second guessing. You stop worrying about other people's approval. You start expecting to be treated like a man of worth, and that expectation changes everything. This doesn't just help you socially, it makes you more assertive in business, dating, fitness, and leadership. It pushes you to become the man your outfit is modeling. You elevate to match the image you're putting out. And don't underestimate how much your habits improve when your appearance levels up. Men who dress well are less likely to let their bodies, goals, or time slip because their outer standard are now matching their inner ones. Dressing like a man who's got his life in order forces you to keep your life in order. And that alignment creates unshakable self-respect. If you want to gain confidence, start by looking like someone who already has it. Style makes people listen before they even know you. Let me tell you something simple but brutal. If you walk into a room dressed like a boy, you'll be treated like one. If you dress like a man of value, you get listened to, even before you speak. Style gives you what most men are begging for: influence. Not because you're louder, not because you're better, but because you look like someone worth hearing. This matters everywhere. Job interviews, first dates, social circles, even random conversations with strangers. When you're dressed in a way that says, "I respect myself," others tune in. They lean closer. They don't interrupt as much. They assume you have something worth saying. Now imagine that playing out every single day. At work, on the street, in meetings, at events. You didn't have to fight for it. You just dressed in a way that signaled it. And again, this doesn't mean dressing like a model. This means intention. Clean, masculine, structured consistency. When you carry that visually, it reinforces the message that you're not here to play small. Men who dress with strength are remembered. And remembered men get opportunities. They get access. They get respect. Why not you? Respect isn't just about what you do. It's about how you show up. And your style is one of the fastest, most powerful ways to shift how people treat you. You don't need to change your life overnight, but you do need to stop dressing like a man who's invisible, because you're not. You have too much potential to walk through life being overlooked. Do you believe that? If you're ready to start commanding respect from the second you step into a room and build a wardrobe that reflects who you really are, then join my private coaching program. I'll guide you through a full transformation: mindset, masculinity, image, and discipline. Click the first link in the description and become the man they can't ignore. Because respect isn't given, it's earned. And your style should earn it before you say a word.